that brand and take over the city of Boston. Welcome everyone live in the TD Garden for Monday Night Raw, where tonight Rusev and Sami Zayn will have a face-off, but no physicality whatsoever before their one-on-one encounter. Also, OBA FEMI will be in the non-title matchup against Apollo Crews in our main event, but also Rhea Ripley will take on Iyo Sky, and let's begin the show with some action. A lot going down tonight live on Raw. Off the heels of a mega episode in MetLife Stadium, now here in Boston, where Nia Jax meets Raquel Rodriguez.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Roxanne Perez. From San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
As Nia Jax makes her way towards the ring, former tag team champion Nia Jax and Roxanne Perez, both women, vying to become tag team champions once again, but sadly, after their last title defense, they lost the championships to Liv and Raquel, and they had a successful title defense at SummerSlam. No doubt these two teams are looking to collide, but looking to meet one-on-one beforehand. We saw Roxanne and Liv Morgan in the last episode, or 2 episodes ago. Now tonight, Liv Morgan
and her opponent from Rio Grande Valley, Texas, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Raquel Rodriguez.
Liv Morgan's tag team partner, Raquel Rodriguez, looking to make her way towards the ring to do battle with the Annihilator herself in Nia Jax here tonight in Boston. One half of the Women's Tag Team Champions in Raquel Rodriguez. Getting set to do battle. Plus we have a no disqualification match set for later on tonight with one half of the World Tag Team Champion Jimmy Uso will go up against Tungaloa. Here we go. Bella's Ryan. You saw Nia Jax trying to go for a Larry, but Raquel got blocked. And now trying to go for a pinning predicament early, but Raquel able to kick out. And now Nia Jax thinking submission. Look at that. Almost like a form of an STF, but no. Raquel able to escape out of the hole. Big right by Nia. And she got her up for a power slam. Oh! Big kick right to the skull, and then big right. Nia Jax able to withstand the shot from Raquel moments ago. Big back suplex there. Let's look at this. Nia Jax taunting Raquel as Raquel tries to shoulder tackle her, but no, Nia able to return the favor, able to respond, and now a gorilla press. Not to mention, as Nia drops the elbow, Roxanne Perez moments ago messing with that top turnbuckle there. You saw the referee able to readjust it. Nia Jax in control momentarily, and Seguri head kick. And Nia Jax again. Looking to remain in control, does Nia Jax. The irresistible force, sending her off the ropes here. Ducks under. And now the guy, oh my god, a leapfrog. A Thez press by Nia Jax on the Raquel Rodriguez, slamming her head to the canvas, going for the cover, but not enough. You saw Liv Morgan try to get the attention of Nia Jax moments ago when she got up on the apron. Kind of caught me off guard moments ago, but Nia Jax with that leg drop. Will it be enough to put her away? No! These two teams have been going at each other's throats for the last few weeks, if not months, and now they will meet for the tag team titles. We'll have an announcement regarding that later on tonight. Wait a minute. Raquel! Oh! Almost like a whiplash effect. Planning Nia Jax. And now thinking. Power bomb! Plants Nia Jax! Oh my God, not even a... I don't think even a 2 count. Nia Jax took the whiplash maneuver and then a powerbomb and still withstand it. As, oh, Raquel. Full head of steam got caught in their tracks to now. Oh wait, nice counter, DDT. Roxanne Perez with bad intentions bringing that kendo stick in the ring. Could try to get either Raquel or Nia Jax potentially disqualified if used. The kendo stick, they're gonna strike! Look at the power! Oh my God, of Raquel Rodriguez! As the crowd on their feet enjoying this opening contest to start Raw tonight here in Boston, Mass, in the TD Garden. Obviously, I'm sure the Raw General Manager tried to one-up what SmackDown did this past week as Nia Jax went for the leg drop, no avail. Raquel once again. Oh, spikes her. This time in the cover. Nia's in trouble. And a 2 count. Raquel maybe think it's a hollow bomb, but oh no. Nia Jax looking to turn it. Oh, a power bomb of her own. Into the cover as well. And Raquel powers out. Oh my God, a hell of a preview before the inevitable title match. Power bomb by the irresistible force. Nia Jax prevails. Nia gets payback for Roxanne's loss to Liv Morgan 2 weeks ago.
Here's your winner, Nia Jax.
These two teams will meet for the tag team titles, but my God, hell of a momentum gain by Nia Jax. A victory over Raquel Rodriguez, proving that she is the more dominant out of the two powerhouses, out of the two teams. We got Jimmy Uso backstage calling out Solo Sikoa regarding what happened on the last episode when the Usos got jumped by the MFTs. Got his eyes set on Tonga Loa in the no disqualification match. And oh, what the? Tonga Loa! Steel chair once again up the skull of Jimmy Uso! Tonga Loa jumping Uso before the no DQ match later on tonight! Oh, come on! Oh, up the skull with the championship! Jimmy Uso got a lot to deal with later on tonight. As ladies and gentlemen, speaking of championships, as Jimmy Uso will take on Tonga Loa later on, but right now, we're about to hear from the brand new WWE United States National Champion, the Hall of Famer, the man who did the unthinkable, ended the reign of the unstoppable dog-faced destroyer in Braun Breaker. Last episode on Raw in MetLife Stadium, Rey Mysterio challenged Braun Breaker in the main event for the United States National Championship, and Rey was able to come out the victor. And now Rey Mysterio standing here tonight, a 3-time United States champion in this universe mode. First time in 2K15 when he won it from The Miz in 2K at TLC. And then at WrestleMania this season in Philadelphia when he defeated LA Knight and Jey Uso in a triple threat elimination match to win the United States title. And now, after beating Braun Breaker in the rematch from Bad Blood, Mysterio stands tall as the United States National Champion once again. Indeed he has. Mysterio, the new champion. Mysterio giving Breaker respect, claiming that he'll be a future world champion one day. But last week in MetLife, he proved that he had the biggest heart in the fight. Right when he mentioned Braun Breaker, knowing that he wants a rematch, here comes the Dog-Faced Destroyer! As it looks like Braun Breaker has unfinished business with the U.S. Championship. Hell of a match. Last episode, Braun Breaker did what he had to do. He fought. He put a lot of effort into the match, but sadly, it was Mysterio with his Hall of Fame instincts coming into play. Looks like Braun Breaker is out here to respond to Mysterio regarding a rematch for the title. Breaker makes a good point. Breaker has won at Bad Blood and Mysterio beat him last week in MetLife. They're 1-on-1 apiece, so how is this going to be settled? Mysterio claims that he spoke with HBK earlier regarding No Mercy. And it looks like we'll get a rematch between these two. Until then, Breaker and Mysterio for the 3rd time. U.S. title at No Mercy. Ilja Dragunov, coming off a win at SummerSlam against Gunther, who will be in action next on Raw. They're going to send a message to the entire roster that pain shall entertain, that Aleister Black will learn firsthand live tonight. Just heard from Dragunov moments ago, and now it's time. As here comes the Dutch Destroyer. A former 2-time world champion, United States champion, Aleister Black. As Aleister Black makes his way down the aisle. Last time we saw him in action, he defeated LA Knight 1-on-1 in a much-needed win. Now tonight, he takes on the man who's off of a big win at SummerSlam against Gunther. Has a lot of momentum in Ilja Dragunov. Again, a lot of superstars are trying to level up in the rankings when it comes to championships and to their status with the WWE Universe, and also to the status within the universe itself. Aleister Black at one point was at the top of the mountain, had the universe in the palm of his hand, Now they're going to wreak havoc against anyone who dares steps in this way. As tonight, the Mad Dragon seeks for competition. He says that SummerSlam was bittersweet. Now that he's alone, no longer with comrades by his side, the Mad Dragon has been let loose.
Representing Imperium from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, Ilja Dragunov.
Might grow a little mistake there. Ilja Dragunov no longer a part of Imperium. Ilja Dragunov was executed out of Imperium by Gunther and Kaiser. Attacked backstage, 2 powerbombs to send a message to Ilja Dragunov, which then led to Dragunov defeating Kaiser to get the upper hand and then gain momentum to face Gunther at SummerSlam and defeated him one-on-one. Now tonight, he meets a former WWE champion once again, this time in Aleister Black. Will Dragunov's momentum continue? Steel blue eyes, ready to fight. Got some Aleister Black fans in the audience here tonight, here in Massachusetts. Right up the gate, flying clothesline by Dragunov. We're going to start off this match hot. They're going to be in control. Big stomp to the skull and a senton to follow. And now it's Dragunov. Oh! Flying and body slam. Is it enough? Hook in the leg, but Aleister able to kick out, barely able to get out the box here. And now, oh! Dragunov got him right where you want him. Dragunov doing some damage all over Black, and now deadlift, German suplex. As Aleister Black able to find an opening, slamming the shoulder to the canvas, but now Dragunov able to kick back. And oh! Able to drive the knee to the back of the neck. And now Aleister Black spinning elbow. And now attacking the left knee. Now Aleister trying to continue to be on the attack, but no. Dragunov trying to drive the knee. Black out of the dodge. Moonsault instead. Went up for a quick breather. Got him on the apron, did Aleister. Oh no! Aleister did catch him with the shoulder right to the abdomen of Dragunov and a running knee to the mush. Dragunov has been laid out and blatantly right in front of the referee, taking off the turnbuckle pad. Gotta be careful, it's not going to get disqualified as that time. Able to land what Dragunov tried to do earlier, drive the knee to the side of the head, and now Aleister Black going up top. What is he thinking here? Thinking double foot stomp to the abdomen. Double foot to the abdomen. Now, Black sending Dragunov back in the squared circle, and now, oh, reels him in for a boot, goes for a cover, series of offense to get the win perhaps, and no, barely, not even a 2 count, a 1.9 for Aleister Black. Kick to the gut there by Dragunov. Kick after kick. Trying to drive the knee. Oh, Black Mass! Got him! Somehow Dragunov survives! Kick in the midsection. Thinking brainbuster perhaps. Dragunov prevents it. Sends him onto the ropes. Ducks it. Caught him with a lariat. Referee able to fix the top turnbuckle. Bottom left of the ring. Kick to the gut there by Dragunov. Caught him! spinning knee to the skull. Dragunov, able to avoid the spinning elbow as well, and sends Aleister to the outside. Ilja Dragunov is a machine in the ring. And now, again, knee to the side of the head. And now, oh no, German suplex. Once more. Got him locked. A trifecta of German suplexes by Ilja Dragunov. Somehow Dragunov able to withstand and measure up against the former WWE champion. Dragunov drops the elbow to the spine, up the top, in the middle of the ring, two-pendant position, and Aleister withstands. So much pain Aleister Black can take. He's had numerous battles with Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. He's been able to beat both. He's been in battles with The Rock, Adam Cole, and so many others in the history of universe. And I've not seen anyone take it to Aleister Black like Dragunov has. Dragunov got caught. Oh, Black Mass, that ought to do it. The punch to the face, the Black Mass, the shoulder up and turn for Dragunov. And you notice Aleister Black stays on the attack here. Now I got something in mind. Referee getting in the way. Was in bad position. Look at Dragunov. Black at the change direction. Power bomb by Dragunov. Aleister Black's in trouble. H-bomb. Dragunov pulled up with the stick. Dragunov prevails over Aleister Black. What a match! And it looks like Aleister Black might have tweaked his ankle moments ago when he had that issue with the referee before Dragunov caught him with the powerbomb. Look at Dragunov. Oh, come on now! A cheap shot! Aleister Black feigning an injury just to get a cheap shot on the Dragunov who won the match. What a small sport. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Rhea Ripley one-on-one with Iyo Sky. Live in our next premium live event will be WWE 2K25's No Mercy, featuring both Raw and SmackDown brands in Madison Square Garden in New York City. You don't want to miss superstars from both Raw and SmackDown showcasing No Mercy. Check out the matches set for No Mercy as Bayley will defend the Women's World Championship against Miss Money in the Bank. Nikki Cross was cashing in her contract for a casket match at No Mercy, Madison Square Garden. Also, CM Punk will officially get his revenge as he goes one-on-one with Jacob Fatu, who beat him on SmackDown in Toronto. One-on-one at MSG, this time no holds barred. Damian Priest are going to get revenge after what Demon Finn Balor did to him when Finn Balor returned and dropped him with a 1916 Balor Priest one-on-one. Drew McIntyre versus OBA FEMI. This time 2 out of 3 falls. Extreme Rules bout for the World Heavyweight Championship. Will McIntyre regain the gold, or will OBA FEMI remain supreme? And Braun Breaker will face Rey Mysterio in a ladder match for the United States Championship. This time will be the end between Mysterio and Breaker. And John Cena, who challenged Roman Reigns, will get his one-on-one match for the WWE Championship. So it seems. Well, Randy Orton have anything to say about it? We'll find out on SmackDown. As we're back live here in Boston. Getting ready for some women's action. Last week we saw Rhea Ripley come out and almost like issued a challenge saying, how about me and you, Iyo Sky? And that's what we're getting tonight.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, Australia, Rhea Ripley.
A former WWE Women's Champion and a former Women's World Champion in uterus mode, Rhea Ripley making her way down the aisle. A three-time champion in her own right. Rhea Ripley looking to obviously rebound from what happened at SummerSlam. Came up short against the Women's World Champion. Bayley came out on top at SummerSlam in the Women's World Title match. Rhea Ripley, who won the four-way in the Queen of the Ring finals, sadly was not able to sweeten the deal at the biggest party of the summer. But tonight, against Iyo Sky Ripley, maybe they're looking to get another shot. As here comes the genius of the sky of Damage Control.
And her opponent, representing Damage Control from Tokyo, Japan, Iyo Sky.
A former champion in her own right and also a Money in the Bank winner, just like Rhea Ripley as well, and Iyo Sky. Iyo Sky, a woman who's held not only the top title in the women's division, a former Raw Women's Champion back in Season 7, when she cashed in Money in the Bank, and then went on to win Tag Team Gold as a part of Damage Control with Asuka. Now Iyo Sky looking to try to make it on her own as a single star, but still representing Damage Control. Got some Iyo fans in the crowd, but one-on-one tonight, Iyo Sky against Ripley. And right off the gate, collarable title. There's Rhea Ripley here. Able to get the wrist lock control over Iyo Sky. We're going to prove that she's the alpha female in this environment. As even Iyo would admit, Rhea Ripley got a power advantage over Iyo, but Iyo does have quick and agility advantage over Ripley. Got her in a key lock hold here. Interesting start for this match between these two contrasting styles. So Iyo Sky able to plant her down off the wrist lock. And now Iyo, they're going to go into her realm perhaps. Maybe thinking springboard, but oh, couldn't get the drop kick. Rhea Ripley was not in range, and now Ripley they're going to take advantage. Irish flip, sends her off the rope, stuck some leapfrog, drop kick. And now Iyo is on the apron, Ripley back in the ring. Look at Iyo. What's Iyo thinking here? Iyo, what the? Oh my God! Oh, suplex to the outside. I thought she was gonna plant her in the ring, but instead dropped her outside, thinking Hurricane Rana, but no! Ripley able to plant her into the barricade, and now Ripley sends her across ringside and drops the leg to boot. Can't afford by the referee now. As Ripley now just pounding away on Iyo on the outside. Able to break the count by the count of 6 to Iyo. After Ripley got back in the ring by the count of 5, Iyo Sky now got her in position. Oklahoma pin, got her down, shoulders, oh! 1.9 for Iyo. Elbow after elbow, but Ripley able to power out there. Another elbow by Iyo. Iyo got her now. Sends her off the ropes. Oh, kick. After Ripley able to run off the ropes there. But now, again, try to direct Ripley. But Ripley able to block. And now it's Ripley directing Iyo. But now Iyo blocks it. Both women again in position, trying to fight for alpha female in this match. Most will look at it for Rhea, but Iyo not looking to back down. Oof. Counter for counter. And now Ripley with the right to the boot, and another one to the gut. But Iyo Sky roll through, double foot, right to the abdomen. Big turnaround for Iyo. Strike after strike, and again, kick to the gut. Got Ripley in the corner. Uh-oh. Setting her up. Got her up top. That palm strike to boot. Iyo now. Look at the sender flying. Oh! Spanish fly at the top by Iyo Sky. And then a chance at the Sky. They're going to finish the job, perhaps. Over the moonsault! Ripley's down for the count! The Spanish fly! Over the moonsault! Ripley powers out! How the hell? And now Iyo Sky that time! Drop kick connects! Kick to the shin. Oh! Spinning kick to the skull. And now Iyo Sky just trying to battle and bruise Ripley to a point where she'll be able to stay down. Digging drop kick to the back, but Ripley had it scouted. And now, oh, big shot, Ripley. Uh-oh. Fires back with a right. Iyo fires back. Blocked it. Iyo now. Not bad shot, but Iyo fires back with a palm strike. Blocked it, but Ripley counters. Iyo countered that time and a spin kick. Iyo Sky not able to put away Ripley. That kick to the knee, then the kick to the skull, unable to do it. Oh. Kick to the midsection after the counter by Ripley, thinking Riptide! But didn't go for the pin. Now she does. Took too much time, perhaps. Yes, Iyo able to kick out. Ripley had a moment of emotion to let out there, but it might have cost her. But wait, Ripley, Riptide, and this time in the pinning position. Oh, and Iyo again survives! Oh my God, Ripley sent over the top. How is Iyo still in it? You cannot deny a type of a competitor that Iyo Sky is. Resiliency being displayed. Not looking to back down, not looking to stay down. Suffering Ripley's best shot and still withstanding. But then again, so did Ripley, withstanding the over the moonsault and the Spanish fly. Trying to catch Iyo off the ropes. Iyo rolls through once again. Double foot stomp to the abdomen. Takes us one big move or one big mistake, and the other for them to capitalize, and it's all over. But then again, how much further, how much longer can these women run in the golf within this match? Body slam by Iyo. Ripley on the apron. Iyo able to make sure that spelled disaster. They're going to spill to the outside. Iyo Sky got her. Look at that meteor. And a double axe to the face. And now Iyo Sky! Oh my God! Hail Mary splash, risking it all to the outside. Landed onto Ripley and now sends her back in the ring. Is that enough? Has Ripley had enough? Hook of the leg, back press. Not enough at 2. What will it take? Ripley, looking to find an opening. No, Iyo counters. Hurricane Rana countered by Iyo Sky. But oh, thinking scoop, but Ripley able to block, able to counter to a back suplex. Oh, drives the knee to the side of the head. Ripley and Iyo Sky been going back and forth tooth and nail. Both women hitting each other with their best shot and still able to withstand and still able to continue, still able to fight. All for the sake of pride. All in the name of competition. All to show who's better than who. Again, thinking scoop slot. Ripley able to counter back suplex. And now they're going to bring Iyo in the middle of the ring. Oh! Drives the knee to the face of Iyo, and Iyo gets up. Trying to go for a boot. Elbow to the knee. Knee to the midsection. Ripley caught her. Riptide! Stacks her high! Ripley prevails! Oh, wait a minute. After a great matchup with Rhea Ripley and Iyo Sky, here comes Naomi, the Women's US Champion. She did say last week that tonight she will address her future opponent, telling them to proceed with caution, and it seems, for no mercy, Naomi has chosen Rhea Ripley for the title. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take it back to Raw last episode, when Tonga Loa, moments after Jey Uso lost the match to Tama Tonga in his first matchup for Tama Tonga. Tonga Loa here attacks Jimmy Uso at ringside right after Tama and Solo Sikoa was attacking Jey Uso in the ring, to where Tonga Loa took Jimmy Uso out of the equation, away from ringside, allowing Tama Tonga with the steel chair, assaulting Jey Uso, and then the leader of the MFT, Solo Sikoa, getting a shot on the man he once known as his brother. And then earlier tonight, during Jimmy Uso's interview, sending a message to the MFTs, then Tonga Loa from behind with a steel chair, repeating last week, throwing the steel chair to the back of the skull of Jimmy Uso, and then assaulted him with a steel chair afterwards. And then not only that, used the World Tag title off the skull of Jimmy Uso, getting the jump before the no DQ match right now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. No interference, no disqualification.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds.
From what I was told, Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso were banned from ringside, but there's no word on Tama Tonga. Regardless, no disqualification match between Tonga Loa and Jimmy Uso. It seems that the MFTs are aiming after the World Tag Team titles early on, since they've only been around in Universe mode literally 1 week. Last week, the MFTs debuted when Solo Sikoa showed them off before Tama Tonga got its match with Jey Uso.
And his opponent, representing the Usos, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Jimmy Uso!
And it looks like Big Jim is ready for this no disqualification match, especially after getting jumped moments ago. Looks like he's maintained his composure throughout the night, and now they're gonna settle the score with Tanga Loa. Last week, Tama Tonga defeated Jey Uso. Can Jimmy Uso rewrite the wrong from what happened last week and get the win on behalf of his brother, defeating Tanga Loa here tonight? Bell is rung. Yes, here we go. And right out the gate, Tanga Loa able to get a shot in with that back fist, and now we're caught over the tie here. Again, Jimmy Uso, they're going to maintain composure, but also they're going to maintain focus. But Tanga Loa able to turn that around quickly. Got him in a wrist lock, but now Jimmy turns it, hammerlock position, very painful hold. Dislocate your shoulder at any point. As Jimmy Uso applying pressure onto the hammerlock, turns him over to a snapmare into a chinlock. So far, Jimmy Uso out wrestling Tanga Loa, a man who's had experience, who's been a part of the WWE back in 2012, and then went on to Japan for more than a decade, where himself and Tama Tonga, the Gorillas of Destiny, went on to win IWGP championships in the past as well. Collar will tie up, turn into a wrist lock controlled by Tanga Loa. A very interesting start to this no disqualification. Tonga tried to start strong with a strike, but Jimmy Uso decided a wrestling approach. Which fair, wrestling is in the background of the bloodline or the Usos in this scenario. Wait a minute. Oh! Letting him gut first. There's Jimmy Uso. Jimmy up top, looking to fly! Drops the axe handle to the back of the neck of Tonga. And I think Tanga Loa was looking for a weapon, and now Jimmy looking to do it. Bringing out a table. I don't like the intentions, but then again, no disqualifications. Suicide dive by Jimmy Uso. Launched himself on the Tanga Loa, brings him back in the ring, goes for the cover, shoots to half. Lateral press, hook of the leg, isn't enough. Able to get a 2 count, but Tonga still in it. Kick to the midsection. Loa now, got him up. Oh my God! Oh! Almost like a last ride, planted onto the back of the table. But Jimmy Uso, what stance and sets him off the rope spear! Cover up the spear! Will it be enough? Hook of the leg and a shoulder up. Oh, wait a minute. Just as I suspected. Again, Solo Sikoa barred from ringside. But now here comes Tama Tonga. And now, wait a minute. Oh! Planting Jimmy onto the table. Face first. for Tanga Loa to take advantage. No disqualification rules, and Jimmy Uso survives. No disqualification rules in effect. Tanga Loa used it to its advantage. A Tama Tonga in his back pocket. Knowing that Solo and Jay were barred from the matchup here, cover, forming the face kick. Shot to the back of the knee, but a shot to the face with an elbow by Tanga Loa. Got Jimmy Uso planted with a scoop slam. And now Tanga Loa just talking trash and clubbing blow to the face. Tanga Loa in control here. And it's a big stomp to the arm. And now Tanga Loa onto the outside. Jimmy Uso in the world of hurt at the moment. Tanga Loa with a guitar. Oh, onto the knee. The right knee of Jimmy Uso. Looking to target the leg grabs to weaken the super kicks. But then again, DDT onto the pieces of the guitar. Super kick connects. But how much of a... Oh, and the shoulder for two. I had to hold my breath there. Wanted to know how much of an effect that super kick nailed Tanga Loa after he hit Jimmy Uso with that guitar. Was Jimmy able to nail full power of the super kick? That time it looked like he did. Does he have it here? Hook of the leg, and Tanga Loa survives it too. Oh! No disqualifications. Oh! We've seen Tama Tonga play favorite, attacking Jimmy Uso on behalf of Tanga Loa, but that didn't work out. Jimmy Uso, steel chair to the back of the skull. Jimmy Uso prevails. Oh my God. Jimmy Uso did what he had to do. That chair shot to the skull was personal. Getting payback for himself and Jey Uso here tonight. What a win, live on Raw. And, oh, wait a minute. There's Tanga Loa in the ring. They're going to play sportsmanship. And then, Jimmy Uso for a second let his guard down, and Tanga Loa. And come on now. Now Tama Tonga's out here with the chair. Referee trying to get involved, but might be too late. Oh wait! Trying to repeat last week, but Jey Uso is here. Able to make the save. Far from over for the Usos against the MFTs. Live in our next premium live event will be WWE 2K25's No Mercy, featuring both Raw and SmackDown brands in Madison Square Garden in New York City. You don't want to miss superstars from both Raw and SmackDown showcasing No Mercy. On the next episode of Raw, you do not want to miss it in Detroit. The MFT, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Tanga Loa will take on the Usos in a 2-on-3 handicap match. Also next week in Detroit, after Abyss able to accept Bronson Reed's challenge, these two will meet one-on-one, this time no holds barred. Almost like a preview of what No Mercy will be next week in Detroit. Also, Cody Rhodes will seek action as he goes one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. McIntyre, they're going to build momentum ahead of his 2 out of 3 Falls Extreme Rules match with OBA FEMI for the world title at No Mercy. And after last episode on Raw, when Nikki Cross was able to avoid the cheap shot attempt by Bayley, able to plant Bayley with a Fisherman Neckbreaker, allowing the WWE Universe know that it will be Bayley and Nikki Cross in the casket match at No Mercy. But next week, it will be Jada Parker going one-on-one with Nikki Cross. The question is, how the hell can Jada Parker withstand Nikki Cross? Next week, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez will defend the women's tag team titles against Nia Jax and Roxanne Perez. A rematch from Italy, one-on-one next week in Detroit. And next on Raw tonight, Apollo Crews will take on OBA FEMI. That'll be our last match tonight in an on-title matchup. But coming up next, it will be Rusev going up with Sami Zayn face-to-face. No physicality in a face-to-face confrontation. These two will meet live in the ring next on Raw. Make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell where you never miss a video from this channel. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As here comes the Bulgarian Brute. They face off, no physicality. Sami Zayn and Rusev. We're gonna have a little chat, one-on-one, face-to-face tonight. As Rusev, he made his way to the WWE when he threw a trash can bin to Sami Zayn's skull on an episode of Raw earlier this year, and then attacked Sami Zayn backstage. These two have been attacking each other on almost every episode of Raw for the last few months, and yet they have yet to have one-on-one competition with one another. And it looks like tonight they're going to settle it. They're going to discuss whether they'll eventually meet one-on-one in a matchup. We got Rusev in the ring. And now we wait. But that's right. Mr. Money in the Bank. He won it at WrestleMania in Sami Zayn. Not looking to cash in like Nikki Cross did at No Mercy for the casket match in a Women's World Championship up for grabs bout. Where tonight, Zayn, Money in the Bank contract in hand. But it's not about that. Sami Zayn mentioning the no physicality rule between Rusev and himself. Rusev calling Zayn a lost spirit? Saying that he's the beacon of hope, that he must cleanse Sami's spirit. That it bothered him watching Zayn winning Money in the Bank at WrestleMania. And Zayn saying that it's jealousy. That he's closer to the world title than Rusev is. Rusev saying that he has to break your spirit in order for it to be healed. A submission match for No Mercy. Rusev and Sami Zayn. And Zayn obliges. Zayn has no problem. Zayn says he'll find a way to make Rusev tap out. Rusev, they're going to break Zayn's spirit and cleanse it. Seth Rollins. We haven't seen him in a while. Looks like Seth Rollins is in a moment of reflection of his career. We're going to see what the future holds for Seth Rollins down the line. Well, ladies and gentlemen, minute of time on Monday Night Raw. As here comes the brand new world champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, OBA FEMI.
OBA FEMI won the gold at SummerSlam. Defeated Drew McIntyre on the grandest stage of them all, of the summer, I should say, and now look at the walk into No Mercy. He agreed to a 2 out of 3 falls match with Drew McIntyre. Let's see how he fares here tonight against Apollo Crews. Will McIntyre be on his mind during this match here tonight? As there comes Apollo Crews.
And his opponent from Benue State, Nigeria, weighing in at 241 pounds, Apollo Crews.
International flair here tonight. 2 Nigerian stars going at it one-on-one to main event Raw tonight here in Boston, Massachusetts. As we head towards No Mercy, OBA FEMI one-on-one with Apollo Crews. Apollo with a big opportunity, taking on the heavyweight champion of the world. Apollo has a chance to not only upset the world champion, but then maybe push his status further up in the rankings, in the world title rankings, to where maybe he could have a world title match down the line. Or maybe tonight could be a great showing for Crews. Nonetheless, Apollo, OBA, one-on-one, main event, here live in the TD Garden. And right up to get Apollo Crews first. Huge with a big clothesline, and now OBA FEMI thinking colorful time just to shove him away. Apollo Crews is no slouch. Been in the game for many years. A former European champion, United States and Intercontinental champion. A holy trinity for Apollo Crews, if you will. Left hand shot. But never had the chance to become world champion, at least not yet. As OBA FEMI, the world champion. Maybe you want to send a message to Drew McIntyre. Not only that this could be his future, that he can have things in control. Well, this could be his fate, where OBA FEMI has him in the hammerlock position. But then, that could also be his fate. Elbows to the skull by Apollo Crews. Again, tonight could be a chance for McIntyre to study and to scout OBA FEMI going into No Mercy for the world title. It was McIntyre that said he spoke with HBK to make that match official. As OBA FEMI firing up, building momentum with that uppercut. And then, wait a minute, ringside. There's McIntyre. McIntyre with the world championship. Taking the world title like it's his own. OBA FEMI obviously annoyed. But Apollo Crews takes advantage. OBA FEMI took his eye off the ball. For Apollo to take advantage. Pump kick. McIntyre's out of the building. Security able to escort him out of the arena. OBA FEMI, a slight distraction. Again in his first World Championship reign, then again in his first season here in Universe Mode. McIntyre taking advantage of the rookie aspect of OBA FEMI here in the WWE. And Apollo Crews probably going to do the same. Got him here. German suplex. We saw this earlier with Dragunov with Aleister on the outside earlier tonight. Another trifecta of German suplexes on the outside. But this time it was OBA FEMI receiving the maneuver. The world champion. As Apollo Crews sent him back in the ring. OBA FEMI rolled over just in position for Apollo to take advantage. And another kick out. OBA FEMI, usually the dominant figure in the match. Not usually seen crawling into the corner like he was moments ago. But then he fired back with that double axe and now got him. Gorilla press slam! Military press slam by OBA FEMI. And then the world champion building momentum. Working on the body of Crews. Throwing haymakers. Got him. Backbreaker. The world champions had enough. That incident with McIntyre moments ago might have fired up OBA FEMI. As the champion off the ropes. Almost like a basement lariat on the Crews. The champion just dropping elbows. And another. And a third. Consecutive elbow. Crews is in trouble. 2 count. Oh, one goes up. Oh, able to block it. The Crews and a pump kick once again. And then shot to the face. Apollo Crews now. Exploder suplex by OBA FEMI, just tossing his opposition. And now Apollo might suffer. Oh, able to block. But Apollo got the arm. OBA blocks it. Sets him off the ropes. Oh, the shoulder tackle. OBA FEMI, oh my God! Choke slam! Slam dunk! Hook in the leg! OBA FEMI with a win! Dominant performance by the world champion. It took shenanigans for Apollo Crews to gain an advantage. OBA FEMI. Move after move, strike after strike, dominant over Crews in this one-on-one affair here in our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching as OBA FEMI stands tall as your world champion as we head towards No Mercy, where he'll compete 2 out of 3 falls Extreme Rules for the World Heavyweight Championship in Madison Square Garden at No Mercy. McIntyre, OBA FEMI. Good night, everybody.